I think Islam Makhachev is a better version of Bilal. I think his striking on the feet is I think it's more. I think it's easier. The striking on the feet, I think it's easier than Bilal. But yeah, he's the pound for pound #1. So it's a tough fight. But
not other way. Just you have to work hard. You have to change 3 t-shirts. You have to sweat. You have to wrestle almost 1 hour every day.
Islam's already tweeted at you a few times. He says, "You're not Volk. I'll show you there are different levels. Keep my belt clean." Do you have any response to Islam?
No, come get it. Come get it.
A high-stakes UFC match between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena is getting closer. While Islam has begun his training camp and Jack is confident that beat him, all of a sudden, a heated beef erupted between Islam Makhachev and former fighter and famous analyst Chael Sonnen.
This is a reality. Islam went up not out of courage. Islam did not go up out of adding hardware to put on his mantle. He went up with one condition, which is I don't have to fight Belal Muhammad. You entered a division openly that you said you wouldn't face one of the top guys. That's not a sign of courage. That's a sign of cowardice. You have an undefeated, #1 ranked world champion who's willing to leave his division behind. He's willing to walk away from his belt to chase you down. You are so interested in getting away from this guy.
As Islam Makhachev left his title behind at 155 pounds for another one at 170 pounds in a pursuit of greatness. However, not everybody sees it that way. 3-time UFC title challenger Chael Sonnen recently said Makhachev's move up to welterweight wasn't a sign of courage, but instead a sign of cowardice for not fighting former featherweight champion Ilia Topuria. Islam
Makhachev is one of the great heels in this sport.
Islam, and speaking about dealing with Charles specifically, said there's too many black belts in this sport. I cannot believe how many people have a black belt. A lot of people need to give their black belt back. The media, they went right on this. Hey, what do you mean by that? Islam said, I don't have a black belt. I grapple all the time. But I can destroy all these guys that do. Not just I can destroy them at fighting, I can tap them out. They will never tap me out. I can start in any position they want. I will get out of the position and I will then beat them.
Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev has quietly become one of the sport's most dominant champions. The Dagestani fighter prefers to let his fighting do the talking, much like his mentor Khabib Nurmagomedov did throughout his career.
I like Islam. I like the way Islam fights. I like the respect that Islam showed to his heir apparent, and most importantly, rest his soul, to his head coach Nurmagomedov. I like that those guys are close. I like that they're friendly to each other, but I also like that Islam treats me with a certain esteem. It makes me feel good.
But when Makhachev decided to move up to welterweight after Belal Muhammad lost the title to Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 315, not everyone celebrated the decision. Some saw it as a smart business move, while others questioned the timing. And Chael Sonnen, never one to miss an opportunity for controversy. The retired fighter and current analyst didn't hold back his thoughts on Makhachev's weight class jump. Sonnen called the move a sign of cowardice, suggesting the champion was running from tough fights at lightweight, especially Ilia Topuria.
It does bother me when somebody younger than me gets out of pocket. And I was laying out a case for Islam being a coward, for some to interpret that Islam leaving 55 without fighting the guy that came after him, which is Ilia Topuria, made him a coward. And it even used the word cowardice. Now, I gotta tell you, I don't know if I've ever used the word cowardice.
Those are fighting words in any language, and Makhachev wasn't about to let them slide. Makhachev fired back, which surprised many fans who know him as the quiet, respectful champion. His response on social media cut deep and showed a side of him rarely seen outside the octagon. The Dagestani star wrote that chasing hype and money isn't the same as chasing greatness in sport. He tweeted, "Chasing hype and money is not the same as chasing greatness in sport. But an average athlete who built his way to the top with cheap trash talk won't understand that. So please, sit and watch how others are doing it, Uncle Jail. #DoubleChamp. This wasn't just a random insult either. It was a calculated shot at Sonnen's legacy. Everyone knows Chael's career was built more on entertainment value than championship gold. He came close several times, but never quite sealed the deal when it mattered most. His famous wars with Anderson Silva at UFC 117 earned him a Hall of Fame spot, but they also highlighted his inability to finish what he started. Never one to back down from a verbal fight, Sonnen unleashed a barrage of responses that reminded everyone why he's considered one of MMA's greatest talkers. The retired fighter and current analyst didn't just fire back, he went full Chael Sonnen mode.
There are many paths to greatness, son. Travel yours as I traveled mine. And I will be there to help you as you stumble, as I always have. Signed, Uncle Chael. No. Signed, your guardian angel. No. Signed, your elder brother. You know what? Put them all. Uncle Chael, your guardian angel, your elder brother. And in the future, if I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you. No. Leave that part out. Let me extend an olive branch.
As of now, Makhachev has chosen not to respond to Sonnen's counter barrage, which could be seen as either taking the high road or admitting defeat in the verbal sparring match. Either way, the damage was done on both sides. It gave fans an entertaining preview of what happens when two different generations of MMA personalities clash outside the cage.
I can't imagine describing Islam as a coward. I can't imagine describing a champion of the world who's ranked #1 pound for pound, according to me, which is actually a debate. Many say that it's John Jones, and I hit Islam in there, and then Topuria, of course, is doing a great job. And I'm just sharing for you. You got Volkanovski, and he was red hot for a while. I can't imagine that I would refer to Islam as a coward. But I was quoted. I was quoted by somebody in the media as having said that.
On the other side, famous former fighter Demetrius Johnson didn't hold back his excitement when talking about the potential blockbuster fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. Johnson believes Islam's resume speaks for itself. What really fires him up is the stylistic clash. Both Islam and Jack are slick, sharp, and dangerous on the feet, but Islam has that X factor, world-class wrestling and judo, that could completely shift the momentum.
Islam Makhachev has done enough. He's beat Volk twice. He's beat pretty much everybody in the lightweight division. Charles Oliveira, he hasn't fought Justin Gaethje. I think it's time for him to have the opportunity to become a double champ. And I like this fight a lot. I like it a lot because, you know, they both move good on the feet. They both move a lot. Body kicks. You can definitely see Islam go for a double leg takedown, uses judo, his wrestling. And how would Jack Della respond? Jack Della's crisp on the feet as well with his hands and straight punches. They're both big 170ers.
That's not just a card. That's a historic night in the making. The timeline makes perfect sense too. Give Jack a couple of months to recover, then a full camp. For Johnson, this isn't just an exciting matchup, it's a golden, legacy-defining opportunity for Islam Makhachev to etch his name among the all-time greats by chasing double champ glory under the bright lights of MSG.
If I had to guess, this fight will probably take place at MSG. Reason why I say that is because you have Jack Della who just fought. He's pretty banged up. So let's give him 2 months to recover. That puts us in May, June, July. Okay, July. Then you have, I would like Jack Della to get at least 3 to 2 months to prepare for this fight. So July, August, September, October, November 5th is right when they're going to do it. So if I had to say it, they'll probably put this fight on.
On the other side, Jack Della Maddalena didn't hold back when he fired off a bold take. He believes Islam Makhachev's striking is actually easier to deal with than Belal Muhammad's. While he fully respects Islam as the more dominant and complete fighter with world-class grappling, cage control, and championship pedigree, Jack thinks Islam's stand-up game is more predictable. According to him, Islam is clean, technical, and methodical on the feet, but that's exactly what makes him easier to read.